Beyonce just pulled a disappearing act, and it's all tied to some serious drama involving Jay-Z and Diddy. Yep, you heard that right. Prosecutors are naming Jay and Diddy's crime scandal, and now there's chatter that Beyonce might be ready to dump him. Is this the end of hip-hop's power couple? First, the big news that literally everyone in the media world is talking about right now: Diddys Arrest.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
Diddy just got arrested a few weeks ago in Manhattan, and things aren't looking good for him. He's facing some serious charges, including racketeering, trafficking, forced labor, and even arson and bribery. Yeah, it's a lot. The feds are claiming Diddy ran a criminal operation that went down from 2008 up until now. They say he used threats and manipulation to get what he wanted, making women do his bidding to keep his reputation intact. This all ties back to these wild parties he organized known as freak-offs, where things got really out of hand with workers involved. Apparently, some of these events could last days. Back in March 2024, Homeland Security hit up Diddy's homes in Miami and LA. They found some drugs and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube, which is just bizarre. They also took some of his electronic devices for the investigation. Diddy pleaded not guilty to all the charges on September 17, and his lawyer insists he's innocent and has nothing to hide. The U.S. attorney has warned that the investigation isn't finished yet and is urging anyone with information to step up.
I've been with him since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good. I mean, you know, it's always difficult to be in a place like this, but I can tell you, the staff has been helpful and really, you know, wonderful to us. They've given us full access to him. I have no complaints whatsoever.
People don't believe the lawyer one bit, though. Does this lawyer even believe himself? The lawyer looks defeated. And another person added, "Lawyer is weak. You can tell by his behavior that he knows his client is toast. But in any case, what matters is this. If Diddy gets convicted, he could be looking at a minimum of 15 years behind bars, and it could even go up to life. This whole situation is shaking up the entertainment world, and we're bound to hear more as it unfolds." Speaking of entertainment, one of the people who was a part of the infamous white parties was none other than Leonardo DiCaprio, who has once again hit the media headlines. Guess for which reasons? So word on the block is Leo seems to be responding to the chatter around his appearance at Diddy's famous white party. Recently, some old photos popped up of Leo hanging out with the music mogul at one of those star-studded bashes, which got fans worried given Diddy's recent arrest. But don't sweat it. Sources close to Leo say he hasn't talked to Diddy for years and never showed up at any of those wild freak-offs. With Diddy facing some serious charges like trafficking and racketeering, a lot of A-listers who used to chill with him are under the microscope now, especially those who went to his notorious parties. Now, some photos from way back in 1999 showing DiCaprio drinking and laughing with Diddy have people buzzing about their connection. But a source set the record straight, saying their relationship has been on the rocks for a while and that Leo never got involved in those crazy parties. According to the source, Leo's got nothing to do with any of this. He went to a few of Diddy's parties in the early 2000s, but they were just big house parties, not the freaky stuff people are talking about now. The source added that it's pretty ridiculous for anyone to think Leo could get dragged into this mess just because of some old photos. He's focused on his career and his relationship, they said, and has no interest in Diddy's legal issues. Back in 2017, Diddy even named Leo as his top top pick for his white party guest list during a Vogue interview. Diddy's white party has always been a go-to for A-list celebs, but with his current legal drama, those old party videos are getting a second look.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Yes, without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the white party, and happy holidays to you and yours.
Thanks, love.
The indictment against Diddy claims he ran a criminal operation called the Combs Enterprise, which allegedly organized these freak-offs. These events were described as wild shows where women were drugged and made to sleep with male prostitutes, sometimes lasting for days, and Diddy was said to be filming and getting involved in the action. In a throwback clip from a 2002 interview on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Diddy joked about how to throw a killer party, mentioning things like keeping women there with locks on the door. He also said you needed a good mix of booze and water because, let's be real, ladies like to hydrate. O'Brien couldn't believe water made the list and called it gross, when Diddy said to avoid air conditioning to keep the vibe going.
We need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No. No, I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They
Right.
just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta
right.
keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
rock with me, but just...
Right.
We need, right now, Diddy's sitting in the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center, having been denied bail twice this week. Federal prosecutors are calling him a danger to society, claiming he created a criminal enterprise involved in serious crimes like trafficking and bribery. The judge shot down his bail request, saying he's a flight risk and poses a threat. Diddy has managed to chat a bit with his 7 kids while waiting for his trial at the MDC. He's got a total of 7 kids from 4 different women: Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Jesse, and Delilah, and little Love, who's just 23 months old. While Diddy's phone calls home are happening, his lawyers aren't trying to get him moved from what's been called the Hell on Earth Detention Center. Sources say he's really worried about how his kids are doing, especially since 3 of them are minors, and 2 of those kids are now without a parent while he's locked up. Things are tough for the Diddy kids right now, with another source mentioning they're feeling in a state of crisis and shock after Diddy's arrest. As for Diddy himself, he's not getting any special treatment at the detention center. He's being treated like any other detainee and was even put on suicide watch when he arrived, just as a safety measure. Diddy was arrested last week on charges that go back to 2008, where he's accused of abusing, threatening, and coercing women for years to fulfill his desires and keep his reputation intact. He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges. After his arrest, he tried to use his and his mom's $50 million homes in Miami to get bail, but a judge denied him. He also lost an appeal to overturn that decision and will stay in custody until the trial. It's really hard for the kids right now, especially since to them, he's just dad, not Diddy. Diddy shares Christian, Jesse, and Delilah with the late Kim Porter, who passed away in 2018. Quincy is Kim's son from a previous relationship, and Diddy adopted him. Justin is with stylist Misa Hilton, and Chance is with businesswoman Sarah Chapman. His youngest, Love, was born in December 2022 with model Dana Tran. Recently, Justin, Christian, and Quincy showed up together in a New York City courtroom to support their dad, but the 3 girls and little Love weren't seen. But it's not over yet. Here comes Jay-Z's part in all of this. Yo, so check this out. There's some wild stuff happening with Jay-Z and Diddy right now. Just a few minutes ago, word came in that Jay-Z's about to hit the court and things are getting spicy. You can see the lineup and it's like, who's gonna be next? Are we really thinking Jay-Z is gonna throw Diddy under the bus? I mean, the man's hit rock bottom but is still owning up to his behavior. No excuses. It's 2020 vibes all over again. Now here's the tea. Diddy's been making some serious claims, snitching on Jay and dragging his name through the mud. He's supposedly exposing Jay's involvement in all these crazy parties and shady business. Like, if you thought Diddy's mess was wild before, just wait. Rumor has it Diddy Diddy is super pissed about Jay going MIA ever since the FBI rolled up on him. When someone feels betrayed, you know the drama's about to hit the fan. So Diddy's been spilling the beans to save his own skin, and the dirt on their friendship is starting to come out. But let's keep it real. JayZ hasn't really been caught up in anything like that before. But now that Diddy's in hot water, he's got to start talking. He even tried to throw down a $50 million bail, but they shot him down. Like, $50 million is chump change to Diddy, so you know he's gonna start talking all kinds of wildness. Now, whispers about JayZ are getting louder, and Diddy's ready to throw him under the bus to save himself. What's Diddy saying about JayZ? Well, it sounds like he's about to start spilling some serious tea about Jay's alleged involvement in those freaky parties. There's even chatter about Jay not just being a bystander, but getting his hands dirty too. Sources are claiming Jay was in on the whole operation, possibly even funding some of those shady events. Diddy feels totally betrayed by Jay after all this blew up. As soon as the scandal hit, JayZ ghosted him, leaving Diddy to deal with the media and the law all alone. And now, Diddy's revealing all the dirty secrets about their partnership, saying Jay was not just a part of the scene, but was really involved in some serious illegal activities. If these allegations are legit, things could get real messy for Jay. We're talking trafficking, drugs, and some serious consequences if this all plays out. And let's be real, if Jay's in trouble, you know there's a whole crew that might be caught up in this mess too. As this shocking story continues to unfold, the stakes are getting higher, not just for Diddy, but for everyone connected to him. With allegations, trafficking, and racketeering hanging over his head, it's no wonder Beyonce seems to have vanished from the spotlight, especially after prosecutors dropped Jay-Z's name in all this mess. The drama surrounding Diddy is sending ripples through the industry, leaving fans wondering if Beyonce might be considering her options. Will she stand by Jay-Z or take a step back as the legal storm brews? One thing's for sure, the music world is on edge, and we'll be keeping a close eye on how this all plays out.